We are live on the Social Suplex YouTube channel. Jeremy Donovan here with a host of a bunch of people. We got Sir Sam from the AEW Match Guide. We got Sarah from the Trish and Sarah Wrestling Podcast. Imp from Imp's WWE Adventure. Rich from One Nation Radio. Ali and Leah from Tunnel Talk. How you guys doing?
Good.
Hey,
Feeling good.
Right. So excited.
We are chilling. Ready to unveil this big surprise, this huge announcement.
Got lots of comments rolling in the chat. I already see Rambone Slam Pig in there. Muzza saying that we're starting a wrestling promotion.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Whoa. Rich Slider Pro Wrestling come to life.
Everybody gonna get over. Oh man.
Well, yeah, so welcome everybody to our special live stream. You know, we've been teasing it for a couple weeks now that we got a big announcement that we're going to share with you guys, and you know, we're going to do a podcast shakeup. We're all switching shows. That's the announcement.
That's it. I have been traded.
Who got you, Rich?
Who knows, right?
We got stuck on WWE. It's raring to get out.
Rich is doing WWE now.
Oh man.
Oh man,
I've been going viral. Look, you let me host a 30-minute WWE podcast, I would go viral every week. Infuriating people on TikTok.
You already made that mistake at Lots of Pain.
Yeah. I think you'd end up sued by Liv Morgan.
No, I'd be sued by one of the people pretending to be Liv Morgan. You know, the avatars.
Hey,
welcome.
Rich, let's join the party.
See, this is what happens when I say I'll be nice and I'll wait and make sure everyone else gets a slot. And then I'm late. I'm always late.
It's all good. We're just getting started here. So we're going to tease the announcement a little bit. Before we get into the announcement, we're going to play the Tunnel Talk dating game. So I'll let the Tunnel Talk ladies take it over from here and run this segment.
Well, before that, make sure you guys are sharing this link. We want to try to get this thing popping in here tonight. And I don't know how long we're all going to be here, but just share it if you can. If you're someone that follows us first, we appreciate you being here. And it is a joyous occasion, and we want more people to share in that joy. So,
yes, definitely.
Where's James? Come on now.
He'll get here when he gets here.
Y'all think I want to play an hour of music before the podcast all the time? I've just made it its own segment at this point.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Maybe he is trying to skip the dating game.
Oh, yeah, I got a comment here. James Galaxy dating game.
Very disappointed in you. Well, should we explain the dating game?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
absolutely.
So the dating game is the way that we just, waste away the hours of our podcast sometimes. We have a random generator that we use to come up with two random. We only have AEW wrestlers in here, so if people in the chat have suggestions from other promotions, you're welcome to throw them out there. But we just pair two random wrestlers, and if it's your turn to play the dating game, you just describe what you think they might do on a date and how you think it's going to go. And often the answer is really bad. Often it's that's not going to be a good date.
They do not have to have chemistry.
No. And I don't know how we want to run this, but I have the sheet up so I can use our randomizer or we can do something else. What do you guys think?
Yeah, you use your sheet. Go for it.
Okay, I'll throw it out there. I've got Taz and Evil Uno.
I think Taz is definitely bossing that date. Like he's deciding where they're going.
No, I think Evil Uno is doing the bossing and Taz is shitting on everything.
Taz refuses to make a decision. He just keeps shooting down things that get suggested.
There's a much better pizza place over in Hunts Point.
Bro, take the mask off, bro. Take the mask off and shit.
Picture Taz go, what does Evil Uno mean anyway, bro?
It's a heckling date. It's about he's going over dating etiquette, maybe a little bit of back in my day stuff.
Evil Uno is asking him if he plays any video games.
Taz busts out one of those cards.
Evil Uno
to
gets
calculate the
chaperoned
tip.
by the rest of the Dark Order.
That's right.
We'll
Yeah.
get him home in one piece now.
Ooh, Josh
Young
showed
boy.
up.
Hello.
Just in time.
What is up?
Oh,
Hey,
I
I'll
think
be
that's
like-
And he's got again.
Okay. You want another?
Yeah, let's do another one.
I got Tony Nese and Tony Khan.
They're going to the gym.
They're going to the gym.
They're going to the gym. And Tony Nese agreed to this because he really it's his time with Tony. He thinks he's gonna pitch him on storylines, but Tony Khan really just is looking for gym tips.
Do you think Tony Khan's been to the gym before?
Yeah,
No.
what's his workout deal?
It's all biceps. What are you talking about?
He's
why
got
he
the
looks
5-pounder and it's all definition.
He's wearing black socks,
Yeah.
that are dress socks.
Dress cashmere socks at the gym, you think?
Yes. Yeah.
And somehow his gym clothes do not fit right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like 2 sizes too big.
Yeah.
Do you think Tony Nese really wants
I
this to
feel-
go somewhere, or is he just like, this is my moment to get some time with the boss?
Yeah, I
Might
don't
be
Tony
a little bit of
Nese is
both.
just constantly spotting him to make him feel like he's lifting bigger weights than he's actually lifting from behind.
He's
He's
like,
like, oh, you're
yeah.
300 pounds, Tony. You're lifting better than I thought.
He's like, this is going to get me some TV time if I really help him get to that level. Yeah.
And Tony Nese tries to pay, but then they realize, oh, we're at a gym that Tony Khan owns.
An embarrassing moment for him, perhaps.
They're at the Jags football facility, and he's completely oblivious. And, Tony Khan shows up in the suit, I would imagine, or whatever, the suit top and like sweatpants, whatever he wears, and those old looking sneakers that he puts on. But he's definitely looking for the abdominal suggestions from Tony Nese, and Tony Nese is like, born with these, brother. It really helped.
This is why Rich is the goat of the dating game.
Rambo
really
and Slam Pig's getting rowdy in the chat. I would let TK be my sugar daddy, no questions asked.
Boy,
Rambones can be bought.
Get on
As
that.
can I.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
Oh,
another.
King of the
yes.
North says HGH and Coke. Oh no.
King of the North also said, you think he got the tearaway Tai Chi pants?
Maybe.
Tony
Who's that
Khan or Tony
hearing?
Nese?
Both.
Yeah.
Maybe Tony Khan borrows a pair from Tony Nese. Okay, I've got Wardlow and Pac. Potentially another gym-based pairing there.
Hmm.
I don't
Maybe it's
understand
like a
what we're doing.
reverse Little Mermaid, where like Wardlow comes with Pac to Pac's under the sea kingdom, because Pac, that's where Pac comes from. is the
Yeah,
ocean.
he lives down there. Yeah, of
Newcastle,
course.
Yeah.
I've got an image in my mind. I mean, it's a bit past the first date, but I've got an image in my mind of Pac holding Wardlow and taking him over the threshold after they've been happily married.
Oh, wow.
Aw.
What do you think they talk about?
I feel like they would just stare at each other for a very long time. Like they just, but it would end up being a great date. Like they'll sit there for hours just staring at each other, just eating.
So it'd be
Yeah.
like Go and Fujita.
Yes.
That's also kind of Little Mermaidy. I do think that they could date for up to a month before Wardlow revealed that he doesn't understand anything Pac is saying. Like he can't make through that accent.
Okay, the
feeling
soaking
on
wet's
this-
a good idea.
My feeling on
Rambones
this
was
is
a
that
great one.
we know that there's been lots of giant body guys that got into the sport of wrestling who had no history, like they're no fandom or anything. So I think what happened is one day Wardlow, just your average gym dude walking down the street, he sees Pac, and Pac is in public the way he always is, full gear, wet hair, baby oil. He's in his ear, and he's just walking like in everyday life, and he's like, "Holy shit! I've never seen a man look so cool before." And I have to go up to this dude and figure out what do you do that you're allowed to look like this in public, in a park.
He's like, "You have a permit to be this way." He's like, "You know it, brother."
He's like, "Pax free in a way that I've never been."
And not only was this the catalyst, not only was this the catalyst for him to get into the wrestling business, but it was also the beginning of a budding romance as well. Yeah.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Really beautiful.
Yeah. Josh and Rich, you guys are really, you know how to do it.
Now I'm sort of like, should Wardlow join the BCC? You know, like, should we get in there?
Let's not go crazy. Let's not go crazy. Let's not go crazy. Let's not go crazy.
A lot better than being in the kingdom.
Yeah,
that's true.
Okay, I've got Hikaru Shida and Hook. Oh no!
Wow.
So mean to Shida.
He's out of his depth. He's out of his depth.
I've been brutalizing Hook for like the last month of this radio. So I feel bad coming up with a scenario for Hook, but
I feel like the scenario should have been Hikaru Shida and me.
Well, we don't have you in the system yet, Josh.
You haven't earned enough stripes in the business yet, Josh. You haven't signed your contract.
I have a cage match. You guys just don't know about it.
I got Josh's. I got Josh's right on my computer right now. Look, we need to do a reaction video to this.
Yes.
Let's shift this whole stream is changing up now.
Hikaru Shida and Hook. Okay, so she is utterly confused by Hook. She's like, what kind of person are you? You're from New York. You have all this hair. You are a boxer, or you're dressed like a boxer,
but you're not.
But I punch better than you. Wasn't quite, she's confused.
I feel like she
humiliation element here.
I feel like Hook asks Hikaru Shida by like passing her a note, like he's still in high school, and she's just trying to be nice, and she's like, "I guess I'll be a chaperone." Yes.
I have trouble thinking of something for those two.
I like the person in the chat, Navith, who says Shida skins Hook and wears this hide like a windbreaker.
It could just be one of those romances that transcends language, you know?
Yeah. Language and understanding.
Language, understanding, talent. Yeah.
You know, in season 1 of The Bear, where Cousin goes on that date, and I mean, spoilers for The Bear, but there's that scene when he goes on that date, and every single story he tells, she's like, "Wait, what? That means you're a moron." Every single story.
Okay, just tell me when to stop, because I
haven't seen Sam Brown on video since we had a promo battle against one another.
Oh, I remember that.
Wow.
Who won?
Yeah, who did win?
I did.
Interesting. Does everyone else agree?
He won the match.
Well, yeah, it was for the Ricky and Clive quiz invitational. They were doing promos to build up their quiz battle.
I miss Ricky.
Yeah, shout out to Ricky and Clive if you're out there
Ricky.
In Scotland somewhere.
Shout out my man Ricky somewhere living a no sock life.
Yes.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll do a couple more on the dating game, and then we'll do the announcement.
Okay, I've got Powerhouse Hobbs and Kota Ibushi.
Wow.
I like the ones that everyone just laughs for.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these members of the roster where you're like, what would they talk about?
I know.
Immediately, tandem bicycle ride.
Oh,
wow.
I would
they
like
can
to
go
see
on a bike
it.
ride through Oakland, and Kota Ibushi can show up in the neighborhood with Powerhouse Hobbs, where he was walking around with the book and all that. But Kota Ibushi would like just start randomly taking bumps on the asphalt.
Yeah,
He can't read the book.
I would be scared to go on a date with Kota Ibushi because I would be like, am I liable for like what's gonna happen? Like, I don't want to be in charge of you.
What happens to push him to being murder Coda in that date?
Oh no.
Well, I feel like before he gets there, he pulled out the fireworks. He's like, I want to show you something, a really cool trick. And starts just blowing fireworks off of his chest.
Kota Ibushi was booked to appear in LA, but got lost and wound up on the streets of Oakland. That's how they met one another.
Oh, so total like chance, like, oh, imagine seeing you here. Like, could this be meaningful? Maybe the universe is telling us something.
The ticket said California. And he just Oakland, LA, same thing. You know,
how big can one state be?
Right, right. I love California. By the way, it's like so Southern California and Northern California are like two different states in itself. Like it's massive. So
I hear they know how to party there.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes sold us, you know.
Where's James?
Well, right now we have 10 on, so we can only do 10 at a time. So I don't know.
Fuck him.
We'll try and bring him in when it's time for Sam to jump off. All right, let's do one more.
One more. Okay, I've got let's see if I'll do one, try to see if I can get a better one. Oh, actually, yeah, I will go with this. We've got Trent Beretta and Jake Hager.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I mean, politically completely opposite human beings. There's a lot of red flags.
So it's a forbidden love.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, Jake's gonna spend the whole date telling Trent how much he loves his hat.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They're eating a lot of protein no matter what they're doing. They're going
it's an egg
Korean
day.
barbecue.
Yeah. Just
like
meat and eggs. Yeah. And Trent is like subtly making fun of Jake Hager the whole time, and Jake has never noticed. Not even a moment. He's like, Trent is so nice.
That feels.
I think Jake tries really hard, and like he puts a lot of effort in. He takes them so I feel like axe tossing or something along those lines, where to him it feels like, oh, this is going to be a really romantic date, but Trent's probably would rather be anywhere else.
I think that Greg would like axe tossing, but I think he would do something crazy. Like it's like he would just go, you know, he's no Kota Ibushi, but he's still going to go rogue.
Well, I feel like Trent would put a picture of best friends on the target.
Oh. Really bringing the mood of the date down.
Jeremy, that's something James would say to us.
Sorry.
He's got to fill in.
I got to bring the James energy.
I do feel like there's at least a 30% chance that Trent's car gets repossessed in the middle of the
Yeah.
I feel like Jake would start talking about his college wrestling credentials and try to demonstrate on Trent. And he's like, I can just show you. And he would be very like kind of pushy about it, and then essentially he would end up tying the man up, you know, and it's not his paradise lock.
Oh, Trent would ask Jake how he wiped. Yeah, for sure.
That was one of his favorite questions for a long time.
Rambones, Trent's mom would drop him off for the date. Incredible.
Yeah, that's right. And maybe he has a curfew too.
And Jake Hager's dad, Chris Jericho, would also drop him off for the
That's nice. That's true. Chris Jericho's so excited that Jake's socializing with other people. Like, this is all I wanted for him.
Now I'm imagining that they're like preteens and it's like a mall food court date where the parents are in there. Like Sue and Jericho are just like two tables over.
Yeah. Are they making eyes at each other? What's happening there?
I was going to say romance kindling for the senior citizens.
This is a surprise double day.
This is at least the third time we've ended up in a stepbrother's place with Jake Hager.
Well, I think we can say that that everyone at the Social Suplex Network kills it at the dating game.
Loved
Yeah.
it. I think they
I
all
love
loved
the
it.
dating game.
A+
Yes,
work.
this was awesome. Yeah,
And
great
when-
way.
Later, when James comes, we'll make him play his own individual game.
Pick all the wrestlers he hates and put them on dates together.
I've been watching what's that the new Dump of Matsumoto show on Netflix.
Oh, Queen of
Something.
Villains.
Villains. That's it. Yeah.
There's literally an episode that ends with the James Boyd spot. It's amazing.
I love it.
And for those who don't know, the James Boyd spot is anytime there's like a double move, like a double clothesline, double takedown, double big boot, two people hitting each other with the same move at the same time. James absolutely hates it, and we dubbed it the James Boyd spot.
Wrestling in general makes no sense, but there always seems to be that one thing that each individual person like can't stand. For James, it's two people doing the same move to each other. It just bugs the shit out of him. So for us, we've dubbed that the James Boyd spot. Looks like
What is
El
Rich
Hijo
doing?
Del Santo has showed up here.
Wow. That's
Hola.
a real ominous mask right now. Like, it doesn't look right. There you go.
The boy doesn't look right.
The picture you sent us looked better than this right now. It looks like you're struggling there, Rich.
Can you
Looks
see?
are deceiving.
This is like the start of a horror movie. Is what
This is
this
a
looks
Doctor
like.
Who character.
Yeah, it's a Cyberman or something.
El Santo.
The Cyberman himself.
All right, folks. So you guys ready to share the big announcement for everybody that's watching on the stream?
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right. So 3, 2, 1.
Yay!
Social Suplex officially on chop-tees.com. That's where you can get your exclusive Social Suplex merchandise for all the shows here on the Social Suplex Network. You're going to get free shipping to US, UK, Australia, all over the place. Free shipping, no taxes, great quality material. You can see that a lot of us are wearing our shirts right now on the stream.
Allie's not, and neither is Rich.
Okay.
Call me out.
Some of us
And
are.
on marks
Some
for
of us are.
themselves.
We're valid. We didn't order on time. We didn't order on time.
I make my own rules. Walk to the beat of my own drum.
Yes, Rich, and I walk with you.
Do not walk alone like Batista.
King of the
Yes.
North, great suggestion in the chat. Tunnel Talk booty shorts coming soon.
Oh my god.
Oh, that is a good one.
Dickie, are
Okay,
you listening?
Dickie,
Dickie.
you be listening.
I'm not
Get down, Dickie.
Tunnel talk on your butt with no context is a little bit.
Oh, man.
We
So,
forgot.
Tim Hunter, we do indeed have the cups on sale. And can you hold up your tumbler?
Yes.
Look at that.
It's so
Yeah.
cool. It's nice. Dickie did for us a pay-per-view package with like a really big hoodie and the tumbler, and there's also
The pillow.
Pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
making it cozy.
Oh,
That's
there
our
you
little-
go.
yeah.
Very
little
nice.
box
Yeah.
layout
Look
right
at it.
there. So yeah, there's hoodies, shirts, the pillows, the snuggie, the cups. A lot. I love the whole pay-per-view collection that Dickie did for you guys. Yeah, big shout out to Dickie Bird, the
Big shout out.
owner of Chop Tees. And actually a shout out to Tone Talk and Trish and Sarah, because he found you guys first through that charity stream you guys did
Oh yeah.
a few months ago, and then
Look at
he
that.
hit up the Social Suplex Facebook page, which I rarely check. So luckily, I actually checked the DMs on there. Then Rich and I met with him about a month ago now, and talked to him. It's like, hey, this looks like a great deal, and we've been talking to him ever since, getting the balls rolling. He's been doing designs for us, and so yeah,
Yeah.
we're
He's been
locked and loaded.
fantastic.
Greatest.
Yeah, I love the Tunnel Talk design. It reminds me of like Reese's Pieces. It has,
Yeah.
just
Oh,
gives
yeah.
off that like
Yeah.
that autumn fall energy.
Yeah.
It feels like spooky season, but cozy.
That's
So
true. This
true.
is
Love
the perfect time of year for our colors.
So true.
Yep.
Yeah,
So yeah,
we got a lot of like great designs on there, like original stuff. So like I've had like different, we still have our old store on Pro Wrestling Tees and all that, but we've got new stuff on this that I think you guys are really gonna dig.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh, it looks so good.
so as you can see, we got kind of like the Dream Team logo. We got our conspiracy stuff, and we have a shirt that Australians can finally feel comfortable wearing with One Nation Radio. One Nation in Australia means something completely different. Apparently.
Sir Sam, can you enlighten me?
Fuck
What's
One
the
Nation.
deal?
One Nation Radio. So One Nation in Australia, the equivalent of the like the alt-right party over here. And they've been around since the 90s. They got big on talking about Asians immigrating to Australia and saying some horrible things about that. You can imagine how it's progressed. It's not a nice thing. And as much as I love Richard James, I'm not walking around with a shirt that says One Nation because I'm not about that life. I don't want to get bashed. So I need something without a logo, and now I've got without words on it. And now I've got that thanks to Chop Tees and what they put together with them. It helps that Dickie's an Aussie, so he kind of gets the struggle.
Yeah. So that would be like if we for our show got a red hat and put make New Japan great again. It'd be like
Sue Williams, they on some John Moxley shit exactly.
Oh man. But Sir Sam, let's show your stuff here. The AEW match guide.
So cool.
The match guide, the back really came out so good.
Yes, and it comes out really clear. I've actually got a second shirt here that I can put up, but on the back it's got the list that we created earlier this year with the top 50 AEW matches. So the idea was to do it like it's a band World Tour T-shirt. With the top 50 AEW matches listed on the back. And we did some little changes to my logo that you can see that will be going up. But yeah, look, the awesome thing about all of these shirts, I think, is Dickie tried to capture a little bit about our personality. So those who don't know me, I'm very into music, very into like classic records and those sorts of things. And Dickie tried to emulate that with how he designed this and of course the match guide list on the back. And we've got the ringers, we've got just the standard tees and a hoodie.
So
very cool. It's very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. The one thing I was curious about with your design, Sam, what was the inspiration behind the three pieces of the logo there?
Yes. So the three pieces of the logo, I created this myself when I was originally starting out as like a tribute to the three original EVPs. So you've got Kenny, you've got the Bucks, and you've got Cody in the sunglasses, which is for the cleaner. Obviously, the Young Bucks is pretty obvious. And then the cigar for Cody, because that was a big part of his sort of branding at one point. Not so much anymore now. He's in WWE. It's a family show. They're not promoting smoking, but at one point he was selling cigars and that was part of his imagery. So that's the sort of the subtle branding that I put into the match guide logo originally. And we had to remove AEW, so we had to do a little bit of changing around because there's all sorts of copyright issues that could potentially eventuate. So it just says the match guide, but you've got the representation of the three EVPs who sort of created the movement that created AEW in the logo.
That's awesome.
Clean.
Yeah, I like that. I wonder if I can still get those cigars.
I like how you made the Bucks one person.
Yeah.
That is my favorite thing. The three EVPs. That is right. That's how it should be.
When you said the three VPs, I was about to be like, well, hold on. Cody was there. I didn't realize he meant like the Bucks were just one person.
They share presidentship.
Yeah.
If this goes well, my plan is to do one with Hangman, Moxley, and Kingston. So that's a foreshadowing.
Cool.
If you buy my shirt, guys, you might get that later on.
Maybe
So
Dickie can also come out with like a flip, like essentially like black shirt with the white writing on it too.
Oh yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Are we at a point right now where if there's like a dispute between the EVPs it's just a vote between Kenny versus the Bucks, and those two entities have the same voting amount.
Yeah, I think we have suggested before that the ideal scenario is that the Bucks think of themselves as a single entity and are like, it's a tie, and everyone else is like, just don't tell them that that's not true. Just don't tell them they actually each have a vote here.
Well, speaking of AEW, we don't have Floyd or Austin on, but I want to show the All Things Elite merch. So, Dickie did a great job updating the All Things Elite logo to match the current AEW logo. So, if you are a big fan of All Things Elite, I highly suggest you probably order these as quickly as possible in case they do want to.
Yeah, these can quickly become collector's items.
Yeah, they might try and hit us with the C&D on those, but yeah,
I don't know why they would. I heard that they were a promotion for the people. The people want the All Things Elite shirts. Like I don't.
Right.
They're clamoring.
Yeah, so definitely, cop those. Let's see. Let's go to Trish and Sarah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Beautiful green. Beautiful green.
It looks so good.
I gotta order one of the beanies.
Yeah, the hats look so good.
The hats are very cool. I got one. I probably should be wearing it, but I didn't.
I didn't notice that there are so many like other shows with hats. We need a hat now.
It's a great hat. I love it.
True. I'm jealous of the hat.
Yeah.
I'm just loving the amount of color we've got in it. There's just too many black wrestling t-shirts. We've got Dickie's just done a great job with
that was the most exciting
shirt.
thing. Yeah, when we realized that he was going to do something different than the same like black or white shirt with like red, I was like so excited.
Yeah, and Trish and Sarah have a baseball tee too that Leah is currently wearing, so it's really cool. It looks great.
When we picked the new, nice. When we picked the new Social Suplex like color scheme, like we intentionally like wanted to get away from black, white, and red.
Yeah, which I love.
And speaking of that, to show off the Social Suplex.
Look at that.
Yes.
Dan stupid.
What'd he say?
Read the comment.
I can't because I've got the I guess I could show the chat.
Getting aggregated here.
Nice.
Nice.
I have it.
My wife says it's a great blue. It's a very nice looking blue.
It's a very nice blue.
Impress the ladies.
I bought one with the yellow logo, and it's a beautiful blue. I look great in it.
Yeah, I really love how the new logo came out. And shout out to our boy Zach Porter, who did work on this logo for us, and came out really great. And so I love how it looks on the blue and yellow colors. And I'm glad that we moved away from the overall red, black, and white for the whole network. So those look really cool.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see this very well in the camera, but I went ahead and
you need some lights.
Nice.
Ooh.
No lights. Like white ones.
But yes, I've got a copy of the blue hat right here.
It looks good.
Yeah,
it looks good.
Nice.
It looks really
very good. It looks really good.
All right, well, I'm going to be smart and go get my hat.
Yeah, I'm not good with the tech setup, guys. Like, it's hard for me to situate everything.
We do need some Nihonian silk Dr. Josie tees. We do need that.
We should also mention that on Shop Tees, first orders, if you've never ordered from there before, first order you can get 10% off. So that's a special thing for people who are thinking about ordering and haven't been to the site before. If you go there now, go to the Social Suplex thing. When you register and put your details in, you can get 10% off your first order.
Oh, looks great, Sarah.
There's more stuff than you're seeing too, like on the pictures, because like we have hoodies like for each show on there. I believe there's specialized shirts. I think we still got some more to show too.
There's a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. I just try to grab some of the graphics that Dickie made for us to show tonight. But definitely go to the site, check out all the shows. There's tons of hoodies, hats, beanies, pillows, snuggies, all the stuff there. Let's go to Imps.
Oh yeah.
He looks so good.
It's so cool.
little me's down the arm. I love it so much.
Yeah, I do. I like those details.
Yeah.
So shout out to Ash from the Wrestling Shorts YouTube channel. He's drawn all of those. They all look amazing. It's so good.
So good.
Also, fuck copyright with WWE. Just slap bang in the middle of all the shirts.
I was confused about that because we're worried about the AEW match guide, but no one gives a fuck about, it's WWE Adventure.
Yeah, that was absolutely fine.
Could end up being another collector's item.
Get the camping mug quick. Get it quick.
Yeah, you guys can see Imp has the coffee mug, which is pretty sick. I don't know why we don't have a coffee mug, but he's got a coffee mug.
Imp is from England. That is a teacup. Thank you very much.
I just got a call from James. He thought the stream was at 7, but I was like, just wait. Sam will be dropping off. I was like,
I'll be dropping off in 5.
So we may have James joining us, but he had something else as well going on.
I had been sitting here like
Q&A after though.
I thought James was in the waiting room. I had been sitting here like maybe I should offer to go in the waiting room and James can come on in, but he's not here at all. That's on me.
And it'd be weird if that wasn't the first time that's ever happened ever in life.
All right, let's see. Let's go next. We don't have Chris Things here, but let's look at wrestling art with Chris Things.
Man,
so
cool.
Kristen's
so
also
cool.
an Australian and an artist. So he does all these artworks for each podcast episode he does. So he has a bunch of shirts for each of his artwork that he's done. So yeah, super cool designs that he's done.
Yeah, and with that being there, what's interesting is I was on 3 of those episodes that are displayed right there. I was on the episode with Danielson and Shibata. I was on the episode with Don Fry and Kawada. And I did the episode with Danielson and Blue Justice. So, yeah, those are – and I'm, like, really torn because they're all such good pieces of art. It's like I don't – should I get a print, blah, blah, blah. But now there's the opportunity where you can just – purchase one of his shirts and you've got a piece of art tied to the show.
Yep.
Like it's pretty sick.
Yeah, I think just like for the spirit of the show, this is like one of the coolest like single things like possible because like I mean, I don't know how many shows he has. Like I think it was in the 40s if I'm not mistaken. So he draws like a new piece of art every time. So it's like you can kind of just like it's like the gift that keeps giving. You always have a new opportunity for getting like a piece of the show essentially.
Yeah. Chris's art is fucking amazing. So and the funny thing is he's not doing the art so he could do a podcast. He's doing the art and the podcast just happens to follow the art. Like he'd be doing the art regardless of whether he was recording the show or not. So shout out to Chris and everything that's going on with that. I'm probably definitely gonna pick one of those up eventually.
Definitely. They're very cool looking.
For those in the chat who are asking, the URL to go to is chopped-tees.com/social suplex. Or if you Google Chopped Tees on the main page, they're currently featuring Social Suplex, I believe.
And it's scrolling at the bottom of the screen there too. It looks like
nice.
So
Chop-Tees. Chop-Tees.com/social suplex, and then you can click on each show, and they'll filter out by show. So that's where you can get the stuff there. But yeah, like you said, you can just Google Chopped Tees. We're featured on the homepage right now. And I think
I'm going to have to head off in real life, guys. I'll tune in and listen into the Q&A after this. But thank you for having me. And thanks to everyone who's out there listening.
Enjoy
buy my merch. Buy my merch.
Bye, Sam.
Merch freak.
One thing I wanted to say, just as like a little advertisement for what we're doing. If you've ever ordered one of our shirts or anything off of, say, like Pro Wrestling Tees, if you're in Chicago, you can get it fairly quick. But if you live pretty much anywhere else, it's going to take forever for that merch to get to you. But the way that it's been set up with Chopped Tees is like Dickie's got printers all over the world that are in your area. And so not only are you not going to be paying for the shipping, but you're also going to get it same week, which is something that you if you're in Australia or if you're in England or, you know, if you're in, you know, I don't know, Florida, you can't get that with Pro Wrestling Tees. And it's pretty incredible service on top of the quality of the shirts.
And the quality is really good. I think, you know, getting the t-shirts and feeling them and being like, oh, these are really nice. I have the sweatshirt, the hat, everything is like top notch that I feel like I spent my money wisely.
Oh, this hoodie is so warm and cozy, but also so warm. I've got lights on.
almost too warm.
Too warm.
Yeah, and I think the really great thing, I think, does a great job caring for the customers. So like we said, there's free shipping, so you don't have to worry about that. You know, shipping usually is an arm and a leg for a lot of t-shirt companies or products. So free shipping, no taxes, fixed prices in your currency. So Dick does a great job of international service. So it's free shipping to a lot of countries, and the prices are in your currency. The quality guaranteed. Yeah, we're all wearing the merch, and yeah, the quality of these shirts are great. They match up there with any other wrestling t-shirts out there, and he makes sure to have a great safe and secure checkout. And compared to the prices on, you know, WWE Shop and Pro Wrestling Tees, it's a great deal. Like Sam mentioned earlier, you get 10% off of your first order. So if you sign up with the email, get 10% off your order.
You literally get to steal from us off the rip. We don't normally encourage that, honestly. Like, we're, you know, got to give us a little taste, you know.
Yeah, and you know, the proceeds, the profits will go to each show. So if you buy a shirt from that show, it gets split between those hosts. If you buy a network shirt, it gets split between all of us. So that's a great way to support the network and all the shows on the network. And last but not least, we got to show off some of the Keeping It Strong style merchandise.
Yes.
Yeah.
This sweatshirt is fire.
So cool. It is so cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Is that Kenny Omega on there? Or?
That is the president of the company, the Ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi. Allegedly. I should say allegedly. It bears a resemblance to the man. I don't actually know who that truly is.
Yeah, I'm not sure that is. Yeah. I don't know. I saw the hair and I was kind of, you know.
Yeah, it's a random wrestler for a random title, just happening to be doing
like roster player, like back in the day, like NBA Live in the 90s. They couldn't get Michael Jordan, but you know, roster player number 99 was on the Bulls.
No, if it was Fire Pro, what would that wrestler's name be?
Oh man, that would be Ace Hero.
Yeah, so we also have some other Keeping It Strong. So I'm wearing the cerulean blue logo version of a shirt. That one's only available in US and Canada. Young Boy's rocking the black and white Young
right,
Lion
spin.
Looks good.
You know, and here's the
Double
thing,
top booty shorts.
This shirt right here with the logo, it obviously is, you know, set to model after the classic ringer tee or whatever baseball tee that New Japan does. I've had 2 or 3 versions of their shirt, and I can literally say that this is a better quality shirt than the ones that they sell. I've already washed it once, no fade. It didn't shrink. It's still bright, looks really great, feels great. Incredible quality. And I'm not just saying that because it's our shit, because if it actually kind of sucked, I just
wouldn't bring it up. Yeah.
I'm really impressed with the quality of this stuff. Truly.
But this isn't just like your standard super cheap print on. Like, this is proper. This is not coming up. You can't see it on the camera, but this is properly high quality.
Yeah, so I hope everybody listening, you go out and support us. Check out shop-tees.com/social suplex to get your merch and support the show. Yeah, really excited about all of our designs. Again, shout out to Dickie. I think he did just a great job.
Incredible. Really, really cool.
He's
really
the best.
Cool.
It's not just the fact that he chose to partner with us, but it's the amount of detail that he's gone into. And it's like so many times we, you know, when we're in our business chats or whatever, and he's like, I'm working on this and I'm working on this and I'm working on this. And I'm like, no one asked him to do any of this stuff.
Yeah, it's just, he kept rolling out like, look, here, a couple more details here, a couple more details. Like, oh, can we do this? Can I get a login code here? Immediate, just great response. So he's taking care of us like that. I'm sure, like, you know, be able to take care of you guys the same way when you order something.
Yeah, Floyd's in the chat. He says, "Buy our shirts."
Another thing too is like when you look at the list of shows and brands that Chop Tees has, it's not just that anybody can work with them. Like it has to be somebody that fits the overall picture and kind of like vibe of what Chop Tees represents. You look at those groups and it's like, it's people I listen to, people I respect. It's the Brandon Thurstons, the Post Wrestlings of the world, Karen Peterson, stuff like that. And I think we're pretty proud to be included in that list of brands.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't plan on getting canceled anytime soon, so
stay strong, Social Suplex.
just starting some shit on Twitter here and there, but as far as
if it was going to be anybody, probably be me.
I don't know. We put ourselves in the running every week. So.
I don't know. We have New Japan office sliding in our DMs when we say stuff wrong. So. Oh man. Yeah, and I love too. Yeah, with Dickie, like we're talking about all the work he did. I mean, it could have been so easy for him just to slap our logos in the middle of a black shirt and that just be it. But yeah, the amount of work he went in on all the designs, all the shirts, all the colors. It's a great job.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll throw up the overall slide one more time, and then we'll start taking some questions.
Q&A, Wild West questions. Get them ready.
I'll take this hoodie off when no one can see me doing it.
Now's my moment.
See, we got the dream team on there. Woo! Yeah! Yeah!
Get your merch, get your merch.
Get your merch.
Look at that.
It's like a runway.
It is like a runway.
Privately, I don't know if I'm peeling back the curtain too much, but there was a time recently where WWE and AEW both came out with like some sort of graphic designed hoodies, and Dickie was like, "These are horrendous." He's like, when I compare the work that I've done and then style one, it's like it's night and day. It's like there's levels to this game, and he's already passed most of those designers over there for the big guys.
Yeah. All right, well, let's do some Q&A. So if you're watching, go ahead and drop your questions in the chat. I'll bring them up on the screen, and then we'll answer them. Ask us anything wrestling related, non-wrestling related, sports, non-sports. Let's go.
Yes, I would like Allie to answer a sports question, please.
Me?
Yes. It's like Jeopardy, right? You have to pick a.
Instead of name a woman, name a sports team.
I can't do either of those.
I actually do know sports teams, but I immediately just thought to myself, panicked. Cavalier King Charles Spaniels.
Please address your question for the host that you would like to answer it, or you can ask it to the group.
So we got a general question here from our boy Muzza. He says, "Are we ready for Penta to be in the LWO?"
That's really presumptuous for you to think that he's just going to be typecast as a Mexican wrestler. He's not. He's going to be put into a spooky group. That's what he's going to do.
Going to be racially profiled as a skeleton.
And just in time for Halloween.
It's beautiful.
If you think that he's not going to be doing shit with Bray Wyatt's brother, then you are mistaken. They will be doing stuff.
I don't know.
Is Penta going to go in the bloodline? I mean, they don't know what he truly looks like. So.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's going to be pretty sad to see Penta retire and not see him wrestle anymore.
Hall of Fame spooky skeleton man. Ooh.
Let's see. MJ, he says, talk about Kenny and Tana's reunion.
Who are you asking?
I think
Talk about it like it's a
go.
Get him, Trish.
Probably us,
Go,
actually.
Trish.
Can we just step in and take that?
Yeah, I mean,
what is happening with that, by the way? I don't even know.
I'm so
what's
excited.
going on.
I'm so excited.
yeah, Kenny and Tommy, they tease, getting together,
there's,
something for Wrestle Dynasty.
There's rumors.
Oh, did that happen Wednesday?
Yeah, just after Dynamite went off air, maybe like 11 o'clock Eastern, like they sent a video out, the New Japan account, and it was like Kenny Omega, Hiroshi Tanahashi reunion, and I was like, what? Like,
as far as I know, those dudes don't like each other.
Right?
Yeah, should be pretty interesting to see what they're teasing with that, having the EVP meeting with the president of New Japan, playing something big for Wrestle Dynasty. Should be cool.
Yeah, like I saw rumors of like it was like Hiroshi Tanahashi and the Golden Lovers against Kazuchika Okada and the Young Bucks.
Oh,
sign me up.
Yeah.
Yes, from me.
Yeah.
Speaking of dream matches as well, Kenny Omega took a photo in front of the Yakuza Like a Dragon Yakuza Pirate in Hawaii video game that's coming out. This is the actual title. And if there's going to do any kind of follow-up, because they did the Like a Dragon Street Fight earlier this year, and if they do a Yakuza Pirate Street Fight, I'm all in. Absolutely love it.
I don't think they're allowed to call the game by that name anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's why they changed it. Oh, yeah.
Like a Dragon, yeah.
All right, next question here from Pickles. Does anyone watch Megalopolis yet?
I had tickets tonight at 7:30, so I was actually going to dip out and go see it, but AMC 20 lost all their power because of the hurricane here, so I'll have to go see it later. But it's going to be batshit insane and probably pretty fucking awful, honestly.
For what is what's that called?
Megalopolis.
Yeah, I can't even say it.
Oh, it's a Francis Ford Coppola privately funded film. So
that sounds way too high class for me. I like that.
It's gonna be shit. It's gonna be terrible. No one would make it, so he had to self-fund it. He sold a bunch of his wineries to do it, and people say it's one of the most insane experimental films ever made. It's gonna be insane, not good.
Let's see. Next question here from Dan Coffin. Where will Daniel Garcia land?
The Fed, brother.
Yeah. Not looking good.
If he, I mean, could have took a fresh pay-per-view victory had he re-signed. If it hasn't happened already, I think he's on the way out.
Which is so sad.
Yeah.
I'm bummed about it.
Yeah, I just hope he's ready to do lots and lots of push-ups.
He'll be fine, guys.
He'll be fine, but we won't get to see him. So
he'll be
going to a new school.
He's going to a new school. Yeah. Oh, I was
we
looking forward
will get to see him here in Tampa because he'll be working Largo. He'll be working St. Pete. He'll be working Tampa, Sarasota.
What will his WWE name be?
Dante Rios.
Dante
There he got
Rios.
Oh, it is. Oh man. Let's see here. DJ Convoy for the group. Related to a conversation I'm having elsewhere, I'm using the term freakazoid for AEW hardcores. Good or bad? I come down the side of bad as it was coined by Ariel Helwani.
I agree.
I don't think you should care.
And say the quote.
Yes.
Or Marcus Aurelius quote.
Yes.
You don't have to have a take about this. The thing itself cannot extort a verdict from you.
Yes.
What's that Shakespeare quote? A rose called by any other name
Would
Still smells as sweet. Yeah.
I don't think we should associate anything with Ariel Helwani. I mean, freakazoid, it's a classic middle school term.
I was going to
so
say,
I don't have a problem.
I used to call people that when I was 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like people have tried to make it a good term, but yeah.
Like anytime you gotta take a term back or try to reclaim something is kind of.
Yeah.
I think freak has come back around. Like if I call someone a freak, it's complimentary. No one is getting called a freak in a bad way by me. But freakazoid, you're just trying so hard it doesn't work.
I think when James calls us freaks, he kind of means it bad.
I don't know why you would tell me that if I'm just living in a world where it's not.
He doesn't mean it bad. He's just judgy that way.
It's just his voice tone.
Next question here from Nava. For all, are there any independent companies you follow? If so, who?
Tampa Bay Pro, Pride of Wrestling,
CCW,
FIP, Shine.
Yeah, Shine. I would go to, like, before I moved, I would go to Shine pretty much whenever it came.
Anybody else have some local indies that they go to?
I watch AEW from time to time.
Oh, ouch.
That's so nice of you. Support the small time.
They're a t-shirt company, you know?
So are we now.
Yeah.
Same level.
See, Pickle, should Roman Reigns win an Emmy?
For
Yes.
what?
What?
For
For
what?
chaos.
Comedy, musical.
That's one of those things that I'm like, yes, I do want wrestling to be like in the Emmy conversation. And if Roman Reigns can take us there, let's do it.
It's like, all right, what category like would they be offended by? It's like, what if they put him under comedy, but like his whole thing is he's dead serious. So like they were like, no, it needs to be under drama. This is dramatic. I'm like, no, why we not?
All right, causing
Has he had any more film roles?
No,
Sorry.
just the one with his cousin.
Where he had no lines.
Normally, like any wrestler, that is their first role. They have no lines, but then they can parlay that to at least like a middling level of like something. But he's had nothing.
MJF's doing that right now. No lines, and then he just got
And
announced for Happy Gilmore too.
Yeah,
So
Happy Gilmore.
big congrats.
I think he did have lines. They just cut it in the Iron Claw.
If it's not in the finished product, man.
Yeah, exactly. We can't speak on what we can't see.
Like Batista's first film was one of those Rob Van Dam straight to DVD movies.
Yeah.
And apparently he caught the bug from that film. I don't know how that happened.
Dude, even like Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock all had like opening, like cameos where they didn't have lines, and then they all had varying degrees of, roles with lines. But Roman Reigns is not going to Hollywood.
He's going home.
Kathleen Narira asked, for the group, what's one wrestler or tag that you would like to see in X company?
They kind of make them up, like put two people together.
Daniel
Kenny
Garcia,
Omega.
AEW.
In New Japan Pro Wrestling.
I agree.
Not that hard.
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Oh my god.
I like Dragon Lee back in New Japan or AEW.
If I have to pick a tag team, the Young Bucks in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Watch it.
That's when Tunnel Talk shows up at Keeping It Strong Style's door to be like, hey,
We want to come in now. We want to come in.
They're showing up on Monday nights on the stream. Time to log in. Like this is our show now.
Well, we get Teeth doing the show draft, so
Yeah.
All of Tunnel Talk of one, just like the Young Bucks are one person.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, we prefer to move as a pack.
Yeah, we're not comfortable being separated.
Let's see, next question here. So many types of podcasts and hosts. What's other types of shows or topics would you want covered on the network?
I think that Josh should be doing a Buffy watch-along podcast.
Yeah.
Full hour.
I don't have the time to do any more podcasting. This right here is asking me a lot.
Keeping it Sunnydale style.
I want Pioneer Wrestling hosted by Joshua Smith, going through all the archive footage of Farmer Burns and various other turn of the century motherfuckers.
I don't think there is any footage of Farmer Burns actually, but
it'd be a short run. But Lucha.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we could have anything, it would be Lucha. I wish somebody would jump on our network and cover CMLL at minimum, at least that, you know.
Not AAA.
At minimum, CMLL. If they have time. Maybe some Tijuana, then maybe some AAA if they got time for that, you know?
Yeah. I mean, pretty much any promotion that we're not covering. So, yes, Mexico is a big one there. I mean, in the past, we've had shows that covered TNA. I know they're kind of having a little swing right now. So, if anybody loves TNA, anybody loves Ring of Honor, Rev Pro, there's so many great stuff out there. You know, keeping it strong stuff, we just covered New Japan. There's Noah, there's Dragon Gate, there's a ton of stuff in Japan. So, if anybody...
Like there's tons of opportunity. Like if you're hearing this and you're like, fuck, I always want to do a podcast. I have something to offer. I think I'm good I can speak. So Suplex kind of cool. You kind of know what we're about, and you're doing something that we're not doing. I'd say send us an email.
Yeah. I would like there to be a show about conspiracies. And
all right, cut his mic.
Paranormal, esoteric, and occultism.
All right, moving on.
Cut his mic.
Next question says MJF landed a Hollywood role before Jade. Did she make a blunder leaving?
No.
No.
She was never going to make it in AEW. I mean,
No.
She did the best thing she could possibly do.
Yeah.
She maxed out.
Hollywood is going to write a lot more types of roles for smarmy white douchebags, bros, than they are for like amazing superhero looking black women.
Yeah.
She could be somebody's heavy.
She should. It'd be awesome. Take the we just had a whole Dave Bautista route with the whole like.
Let's see. Next question. Friend for the show, Karen says, for those who are watching, have watched Queen of the Villains, quick thoughts, feedback.
I'm watching. Is anybody else?
I haven't yet. No.
Okay,
two episodes, but then the Vince stuff.
I am.
Who's watching it?
Trish.
Oh, nice, Trish. Yeah, so I'm 2 episodes in. Actually, I'm on the 3rd episode now, so I'm kind of like getting through it slowly. But I think it's incredible. It might very easily already. It's a short list, but it might be the best wrestling television show that has ever been made already. It's not. It is a dramatized version, like retelling of history, so it's not like 100% accurate to what really took place, but it's so fucking good. And like the presentation of how All Japan was in the 80s and these characters and everything, it's really accurate from that perspective. The action's good, and they do a really great job towing the line between like telling they don't tell you wrestling is fake, but they also don't tell you it's real. They're like towing this line where it's like, you know, it's like maybe it's predetermined, but it's something, but they're not like giving it all away sort of thing. I don't know. Trish, what do you think so far?
I watched the whole show on Tuesday. I thought it was, it's fantastic. It's very much, it reminds me of, sorry, I've got a very noisy rabbit. Very much reminds me of Sanctuary, which is the sumo one. It's very, very similar in style and makeup. But I tell you, there's one thing that's really missing actually quite close to the end, which is an interesting omission. So when you get there, you'll see around the match after the match in Osaka. But just there's one thing that really gets me as well is that like the violence feels more violent than wrestling. Like I'm literally like jumping at everything. Like she comes down with a fork and I'm like, fuck. But it's like, Yeah, it's a fantastic watch. You don't need to know anything about All Japan Women. You don't need to watch anything about the characters. They tell the story so well that you can watch it without any knowledge whatsoever. Watch it. If you're going to watch one thing on Netflix this week, don't watch the other thing I've watched twice. Watch that.
Twice? Why watch it twice? Oh, Trish.
Twice.
All right, next question here, King of the North. Rich, thoughts on EJ Naduka's tweets, or will you save for O&R?
I probably will talk more in depth about it on O&R, but I mean, quickly, like I can probably tell you he has no reason to make these things up. The there's a lot of stuff about NXT that doesn't get reported because it's NXT and it just operates in its own universe away from WWE, especially if you're somebody that is not on TV or you're not even on live events as they call them. So he said a lot of interesting stuff, like too much for me to like really just say right now. But I don't think anybody's going to come out and try to dispute him, which will probably be telling to an extent. I kind of have a small connection to EJ. Like, I was at a party with him, a couple months ago. This doesn't seem like a gentleman that is just coming freestyling. This guy, smart guy, knows what he's talking about, and he says he has everything documented. So when he says something like that, I have no reason to think he's bluffing. And some of the stuff he was saying about working for a boss that's genuinely excited for your future and development, that's cool. And who waits at the end of the ramp for everyone to congratulate him instead of being one who ignores you or buries you for trying to be different. You don't know the half, you just see the end product. I feel like somebody should reach out to EJ and try to get more clarification. I got a feeling that he would talk to people.
Yeah. See, next question here from Cody for the group / anyone who wants to answer. If you got to / had to wrestle and licensing wasn't an issue, what entrance theme are you using?
Well, I have wrestled and I have stolen a theme.
What did you use?
The Bloodsport theme.
Mm-hmm.
Kumite.
Nice.
Anybody else?
Trying to think of a funny.
What did John Juris come out to?
So when I was backyard wrestling, when I was doing the Majesty gimmick of John Juris, I came out to Run DMC's Down with the King.
Oh, that's a really good entrance.
I love that. That was my favorite theme I had.
Mine would I'd on the cheap hire Death Rebel and said imp, and then it's
I know I can get a park in there.
I'm coming out to Nipsey Hussle last time I checked, like Dame Anderson at the end of Creed 3.
Nice.
Rich made a theme for me once.
I did. And
Wow.
I like it. It's like 1980s style new wave kind of music. Like you need to have some more matches so you can play it.
Yes.
Well, I was in the gym Tuesday night with Matt Sydell. He said it was like I hadn't missed a step.
Let's go.
Let's get you on the top rope next. Let's go.
I'm not going
there. Get over.
Going to the top rope is one of the fucking scariest things in the entire world. Like, I'm not going up there.
Let's see. Next question from Rambones. Where CM Punk is trying to land in NXT?
I could make a joke, but it was
Same.
I'm not going to.
It would not be Is Roxanne Perez around?
Yikes.
Corrigate.
He went there.
Wasn't even like 5 seconds.
Pickles. Is Shane McMahon American Wrestling's last hope?
That man's still looking for a hug. He don't like. What the fuck he gonna do to help American wrestling?
I think he's just looking for a dad to solve his childhood trauma.
Maybe
So
he's trying to get adopted by Tony's dad.
I mean, every man in wrestling is just kind of looking for a dad, right? So he's just got it to the nth
Kind of what
degree.
the sport's about, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that why he's hanging out with the books?
I'm watching the Vince McMahon series or whatever, and I'm at the point where Owen just passed away, and Brett's talking about it. And he was like, if that was Shane that fell from the top of that building, that splattered on the mat, they definitely would have ended the show. And I was like,
No.
I don't know if you know Vince that well, Brett.
All right. Next question for Stone Talk says, I'm really sad about my show. I've been listening for a while now. I understand that we can't have ice cream in December, but since it's not December, and yet one last time, what made you happy this week, Leah?
Yes,
Yes.
get her.
Tim,
Get her
you
ass.
betrayed me. You betrayed me on this night of all nights. You betrayed me
On this night of all nights.
on our podcast announcement night. On this important night, you humiliated me in front of everyone.
Answer the question.
Name one thing. Is there a fruit product maybe that you like? Or
You know what's making me happy? The
No.
Social Suplex
No,
Network.
It's called a cheap pop.
Just being here with my validating friends.
I love the city of Cleveland. It's the best place in the world.
That was literally Mick Foley. There's nothing like being here on the Social Suplex Podcast.
Let's see. Rambones for all. After the release of the McMahon documentary, do we all agree? Bad man gone, in quotation marks.
One of them, but they're still, corporate officer number 1, corporate officer number 2, corporate officer number 3. There's a lot of them.
Doesn't Pritchard still work there, or did he get fired?
Oh, he's
Oh
still
yeah,
there.
Cody hugged him in the Big of WrestleMania. He's still there.
They'll have
That's
is
right. He
amazing.
did do the
rub
second.
that in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah. So there you go.
Wait to get to the later episodes, Josh. But you get some Bruce Pritchard gold. Just ultimate his ass.
It's amazing he's there. I really, if I could have gotten some I don't know, I don't bet, but if I could have put some money on the idea that he'd be gone by now after Vince was ousted, I would have definitely taken that bet and I would have lost.
He knows where all the bodies are buried.
They got to keep somebody too close, because if he goes away and starts talking, they're like, what else is still going on around there?
Right.
Yeah, but you remember how
He's a
it
useful
was.
idiot.
But remember 10 years ago when it was as soon as Triple H and Stephanie get to power, Bruce is gone. That was always the talking point forever.
I thought it was
Still
Kevin. I thought it was Kevin Dunn.
Kevin too.
Yeah, him too.
Oh.
That happened.
I think they may find value in keeping him close rather than letting him out on the streets.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next question here from Muzza for Ornar. Thoughts on Derrick Rose's retirement?
Oh man, I saw that and I was like, wow. I started immediately thinking about myself, because Derrick Rose and I are the same age. He was the same kind of draft class and high school class as me. And he had a tumultuous career, to say the least. He won the MVP 3 years into his career. He's one of the greatest point guards to ever come along before his injury. And he played the last essentially 11 years of his career as a what if. What if he didn't get injured? And it's kind of sad to see, some of the stuff he went through. And then, of course, he got in his own trouble, which I don't think is the place to talk about right here. But keeping it strictly to basketball, it's one of the greatest players I ever watched. Wish he didn't, and simultaneously being one of the biggest what ifs at the same time. And I think the way that he fought to get his career back on track after horrific injuries was inspirational, and I don't think people talk about it enough.
Nice. Let's see. Next question here from Corey. For all, your dream tag team, and what name would you give them?
Kenny Omega and Kenta Kobashi. Big Ken.
The Ken and Ken connection.
Correct.
Will Ospreay and Tiger Mask 1. Team flips.
When I was a kid,
ultimate comedy one.
My ultimate dream tag team as a kid would have been Bill Goldberg and the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, no.
Whoop everyone's ass.
Nobody would fucking beat them. Tell me a team that you can think that beat Bill Goldberg and the Ultimate Warrior.
What happens if we put them against Legion of Doom? Like, no one's going to sell. No one sells.
They win. Legion of Doom would have got fucked up by Bill Goldberg and Ultimate Warrior. No questions asked.
If you could change one thing in wrestling history, what would it be?
Vince McMahon is never one.
Josh was bullshit, but I would have said Vince McMahon never consolidates the territories. His old man never sells him the territories. Just redo all this shit.
Yo, wasn't that one of the funniest lies on that thing where they were like, yeah, his dad really stuck it to him. They didn't want him to succeed. And it's like, dude, he sold that thing to him for nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, he contradicts himself so many times in that show. It's what they let them. I put it in the chat that they just let them hang themselves on their own words. Like they just leave it out there, and then they'll do a SpongeBob edit.
I also would have loved to see Bret Hart have to be in WWE up until WrestleMania 14. Because I was like, who the fuck would he have wrestled then? And I've always thought it was like, all right, they sabotaged basically his opponents because they made him this vague character, so he couldn't wrestle any of the faces, couldn't wrestle any of the heels, and it was like, does he just face Vince? But Vince wasn't an active wrestler then. Yeah. What happens there?
If I could change one thing for real, though, it'd probably be, and I don't know what would happen, but Magnum never crashes his sports car.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm thinking a lot about wrestler deaths. Like, I mean, what if Owen Hart or Eddie Guerrero, guys like that, never died early and like they were still going today?
What if Brody didn't get killed in Puerto Rico?
Yeah,
he probably would have headlined a Mania with Hogan. Is the way that a lot of people think that probably would have gone out.
Also, what if Paul Heyman paid people on time?
Let's see. Next question here from Ander. Shane McMahon to the patriarchy?
Oh my god. Oh no.
Feud with the patriarchy.
Feud with the patriarchy would be fun. If Christian Cage was like, your father should be dead.
Everyone would be like, yeah.
Face term for the patriarchy.
Right. He never loved you. Yes, we know.
From Tim, question for all. Y'all want to come to Tokyo over New Year's and watch Wrestle Kingdom and Dynasty with us?
Who's us?
Trish is, I think.
Yeah. Trish is.
Shout out to Trish. Headed over there.
Nothing like ratting me out.
But I think Tunnel Talk's going to go to y'all in.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think I'm going to go to that.
That in stone. That in stone.
Social Suplex meetup at y'all in.
Yeah.
Most of us are planning to go to that.
Yep.
That'd be cool.
I want to go to Japan every year, but it's not cost conducive.
Yeah, I gotta start saving for that.
I would like to point out before we go to the next question that it's 7:20, which means that even if James thought the actual start time was 7 p.m., he's still late. Thank you.
Next question from Lauren. For all, what currently active wrestler would you cast in a rom-com?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
As the lead or as the interest?
Either or.
Yeah, definitely either. We got to have some room to play here.
I feel like Taz would be a great dad in a like 10 Things I Hate About You type.
Yeah,
right?
But the problem is that Hook wouldn't be.
No. He could be a dad to someone else. It doesn't have to be Hook.
I thought you meant Hook could be a dad to someone else. I'm like, Taz and Hook are both dads. Okay. I'm sticking in with you, Sarah.
Harley Cameron for me.
Oh, Harley
Oh,
Cameron was
great.
fun.
Yeah.
There's
I think
nobody
it-
who's a better answer than Hiroshi Tanahashi. He'd be the greatest male lead in rom-com.
You're not
That's
wrong.
true. He's begging for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Willow
feel
would
like-
be a great
I was gonna
protagonist.
say that, Willow,
Willow,
yeah,
yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
And can we have Shingo Takagi be the evil, regressive kind of old boyfriend, love interest?
Yes.
Another name I'd throw out there, Desperado,
Yeah.
but without the
Ah.
mask.
Well,
I'm interested.
Yes.
All right, from Name It For All. What in the heck is Tony Atlas wearing in the vent stock?
Fly
Oh,
shit. He was showing off the
Yeah,
guns. You gotta let him know.
Don't judge that man for his style choices.
Look, we lucky there wasn't feet covering his face.
You're lucky Tony Atlas is alive to do this documentary at all.
Had to let him know he's ready for a run right now. That's why the guns were on display.
There was almost nothing funnier. So it's not funny, but there was almost nothing funnier in that documentary than them being like, Pat Patterson never did anything. And then the next thing was Tony Atlas being like, he molested me daily.
What was I gonna do? Tell the booker? Don't you understand how this business works?
They're like, yeah, who are you going to tell? He's like, he's the number 2 guy. Who am I going to tell? Vince? Vince is going to fire me. Then where am I going to go work?
All right, no more questions are currently loaded up. So I guess I'll just take a second to plug the merch again. So if you came in late,
Get your merch. Get your merch.
the big news is Social Suplex is on chopped-tees.com. Get your Social Suplex merchandise.
I love it.
So exciting.
Yeah.
Okada would make a tremendous douchebag boyfriend. Absolutely would.
yes.
Oh,
very
yeah.
Yeah. Extremely good.
Yes.
Shingo is the dark skinned husband in Tyler Perry movie. Wow.
Who said that?
RS.
Is it Doc? They told us earlier
That's gotta be
that
Doc.
yeah, that Shane McMahon has large nipples, which is good information. So
Yeah. I don't know that I needed it.
I could have skipped that one.
I don't need to know about everybody's nipple. No.
All right, Karen has a question for us. Describe your podcasts in 5 words or less.
Ooh.
All feelings, no facts. Podcast.
I was gonna say horny English major for us, but
That too.
The first word that comes to mind when I think of tunnel talk is biblical.
Yeah. Because
We
It's a
do
lot of
quote
theology.
in so
we
many
do
ways.
reference
yeah.
the Bible
Quite
fairly
a bit.
often.
yeah.
Not really the content.
I don't think Bible enthusiasts should tune in necessarily.
Who's next?
Someone else has to do it.
I'll say, I don't know if I can do 5. I'll say funny as fuck, but we're not joking.
I like girl wrestling nerds.
Yeah. You gotta fill 2 more.
One Nation Radio, conspiracy theorists.
What's your dog's name?
This is Ziggy.
Ziggy.
Oh, so cute.
Hey Ziggy,
He
I
can't
want
hear
my
you.
I want my head up 1-on-1.
Whoa. Here's one up.
Imp, you gotta do yours.
Imp's WWE Adventure. Copyright infringing. I don't know what's. I've got audio from the shows. I've got the name just there. The little where is he? Where's the little pirate me? I don't know if I can show it. Oh,
Oh.
it's got the little pirate me's got a Roman Reigns pirate hat on. So another copyright infringing.
I know what ours is.
What?
The ace of podcasts. Itchy.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Nice.
Let's see what we've got here. RS, would you guys do a Hot Boys of AEW calendar?
Would we commission it, or would we be in one?
They haven't. No one's reached out. Our email, our DMs are wide open, but no one has contacted us about this.
If I
When I
ever
first
hear it
read
in the
that, I
works,
thought
I'll
it said,
recommend you
"Would you
guys.
guys do a hot box?"
Oh my
And the
god.
answer is yes.
Yeah.
You know, Rich, you know that Tunnel Talk, these ladies would put together the best vignettes for a Hot Guys of AEW. Like it would be
so
like
fun. It would be our,
nothing too tropey, just perfect.
It'd be our pleasure. Yeah.
It would be classy, yeah, for sure.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think Leah, you're the
Very
one who sounded
tasteful.
least convincing.
Just Tunnel Talk would just have 12 months of Chuck Taylor, King of the North says. He's not wrong.
It's not our fault. He loves buying costumes. We have a great time.
The title of it would still say the Hot Boys of AEW.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Chris Gannon asks, if you could pick one show from history to be front row for, which one would it be?
That Fleetwood Mac show where she sings Silver Springs.
Wrestling is out the fucking window.
Maybe it's any show.
Wrestling.
I know he
You
did
didn't.
it. I loved your confidence. You said fuck off wrestling. We are hearing Silver Spring.
We are watching the eye contact.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
I have two answers. So a serious one. 6/9/18, I'd be at Dominion ringside. Otherwise, I'd be at the final performance in Purple Rain in the Minneapolis club.
Ooh.
So I could just look at Morris Day, realize like it's over. Like and
I think-
in a frilly shirt, by the way, too.
No, you'd have to.
I want to be front row for that Will Ospreay, Shingo, Best of Super Juniors finals matchup.
So good.
I have so many. I want to see Gotch Hackenschmidt too.
Is that real?
Yes.
I know
I
another
wanna
one,
be-
Josh. Jack Johnson versus Jim Jeffries.
Oh God, yes. Oh my God, yes. I would want to be. Oh, if we're opening it up to fight sports, then yeah. I'd want to be at like Ali Frazier 1, Starcade 83, ECW One Night Stand. You know, I'm sure I could think of a bunch of other ones. First Tokyo Dome show.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, he also said front row. So the most expensive one, I think, the Wembley tickets, front row. Jesus Christ, they're so expensive. I'm getting front row.
You gotta give him value.
As expensive as that is, it can't be any more expensive than your average like WrestleMania ticket.
Oh, they're absolutely absurd. It's crazy.
All right, next question here from Corey. For all, Dax or MJF, who has the longest trip back to being likable on screen?
Dax for sure. I like MJF about half the time.
Yeah, MJF has a chance.
There's
Dax
no
is dead
path.
to me.
There's no path to 270.
This is a
Yeah.
tough one. So, like, part of me, I think I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna say MJF. I think Dax has a road to redeemability. Like, if he just shut the fuck up and wrestled, it would be easy for him.
Rich, he already lost Wisconsin. He lost Pennsylvania. It's not working.
The rough
I mean,
belt is
real.
fallen.
When it comes down to like, I can tell you which one I definitely like more as a wrestler. That's half the battle.
Well, not for us, but go ahead.
When he gets that BBL, then we'll talk.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I suggested for Tunnel Talk to go back and watch some of those Team Hell No anger management skits because I thought they'd like them.
They would.
I opened it in a tab, but I just haven't gotten there.
I think I missed that, so I will go. I will go check them out.
See, Chris also asked for Tunnel Talk. Have you seen the DDT 2013 roster page? And if not, why has everyone failed you?
You'd
We
love
have
it if
not.
We knew.
But we're
Oh,
open.
Okay, confident.
Why?
Yeah, we may have. I don't know.
I know. That's what I was just saying, like, not to the best of my knowledge, but
there's no way the tone in his voice makes it seem like we would know.
Well, I've seen scandalous pictures of people. I just don't necessarily know what they're
pictures
labeled.
I love. I forget they exist. Well, send us the picture. We'll peruse it.
I think that my two co-hosts are like, who knows what I've seen?
I don't know
many things.
I'm shocked that you're going against the grain on it and being like, no, I know that I would.
Oh, it's got to be
remember
this one. Because I'm like, what poster is he talking about? And then there's something here that says not suitable for work. So it's
okay. Yeah.
I already Googled that, and it's like
what I'm hearing.
Just an Imgur link, like.
Yeah, me too. That's all I'm finding.
There's nothing under there. I was like, oh well.
Oh, the picture itself has been censored. Interesting her.
The more they don't want to show it to me, the more I have to see it.
Yeah.
All right, looks like the question queue is empty right. Oh, actually, one just popped in. Let's see, for Tone Talk, after his debut, which pump would you slot MVP? Any possible confidence slot into?
Well, I think I'm still sticking with my position from last week that he has his own pump, but it's not broadcasting, and it goes directly to our CEO suite where we edit him down, and he doesn't know that we have
MVP
editing.
Not MJF.
Oh, I read MJF, and I was like,
I also had that moment of being like, who is that? I already forgot this new man. Then I remembered, but I was worried that I had forgotten. I was like, I don't know, maybe
I could be
we
gaslighting
were
you.
Send MVP to his own pump. We only saw him once, but
yeah, that's true. I'm on my second weed seltzer, so we're not doing great, I would say.
Well,
I've never had a weed seltzer. I want one.
Oh,
you
gotta get on
those.
those.
You gotta get into
They're
it.
really good.
Yeah.
As Anne recently found out, the 2018 Farm Bill legalized it in every state.
You can find it at your local Total Wine anywhere in the country.
So crazy.
It's crazy.
We did not have strong feelings about him. I think.
Not yet.
Yeah, I think MVP, he can start at pump 5 and we'll just see where we go from there, you know? Like
we have to
we need more pumps. This is crazy. A man we've only seen once is on pump 5.
Okay, 12 pumps. He's on pump 12.
For anyone who doesn't listen to Tunnel Talk, we run a reference promotion that only plays on gas station TVs while you're pumping your car.
And it's only at one gas station.
And we own one gas station and it has 6 pumps. And so,
and one of them's permanently for Kenny and that one has milk too. So, yeah, it's pretty easy stuff.
Pretty normal stuff. Yeah, buy our t-shirt.
We're watching him with interest.
Yes.
Let's put it that way.
For Imp, top 5 Like a Dragon characters.
Ah, yes.
Ricky, Shingo.
Danielson.
They did the New Japan DLC. Samoa Joe's in the next one. Like, I feel like Pirate Samoa Joe, that's got to immediately jump right up to the top. Right in there. Actual top 5. Actual top 5. Oh, feck. The Majima. I feel like I've got to have Kiryu. In Yakuza 0, there's a creepy guy who just runs around in his underpants and hangs around the adult video stores. He's very memorable. That's him. Kazuchika Okada is actually really funny in this one as well. Number 5. There isn't really a funny one left. There's so many side characters that are just in that. I'll leave 5 open to all of the wacky side characters because there's just way too many. Play the Like Dragon games are amazing.
All right, I think this is Doc. If you guys were going to drink one frozen slushy drink or milkshake, what flavor would it be?
Chocolate.
It's the correct answer. Move on.
I'm a big cookies and cream for the milkshake.
Yeah, I'm a big cookies and cream.
I like red velvet. There's a place down the road called Kirby G's from my place, and they have red velvet milkshakes. They're amazing.
Stir it up.
I think I found it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is what he's talking about.
I've seen this before.
Yeah,
Okay.
we had not seen it.
We
no.
had not seen that. I was
No.
right. And I do think AEW should do it.
You were right that we hadn't seen it, and I was right that I didn't know if we had seen it. So I think we were both
We
right.
were all right about things.
But I do think AEW should do it.
Mhm.
I don't know
I
how to
agree.
send this to you guys so you can see it too.
I think somebody posted it in the tunnel.
Somebody
Talk.
posted it in the
Yeah.
Tunnel Talk channel.
Oh, good. Thank you.
All right, next question here. If you guys are going to remake the band from MTV, making the band, which wrestlers would you pick?
Okay, this is a great question. I'm sorry. You guys familiar with Making the Band?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
yes,
all right.
yes, yes,
I was
yes.
like, I was old. I'm like, amazing. Jesus. See, this is where I feel like you put Hook in there immediately, right?
Yeah.
He's your like sulky, broody guy
Quiet.
character, right?
Yeah.
Oh, then what do you
Actually,
do?
I think it's just the lads. Don't you think? The lads are our boy
Oh.
band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they
Anthony
should be having-
Bowens,
I
Top
might
Flight,
swap-
and Hook.
I might swap Bowens for whatchamacallit? Nick Wayne.
You got to add MJF in this thing too, right? This
He's not
Jack.
making
This choir
He's
kid.
No.
No.
He's going to be
And
mad
everyone's
that he's not
annoyed.
in there, but no, he's not in there.
No.
It might make
The
some
real
good TV
question-
where they all want to whip his ass.
Oh, that's true.
Not
You're right. We have to
Yeah.
think about it from a dramatic perspective.
He's having meltdowns by himself, and
Yeah.
The important question about this question is not who would be in the band, who would replace Diddy.
Hmm.
You are early for Diddy shit.
You can't talk about
I need,
making
like,
the
a
band
week or
without bringing
two.
up Diddy.
Hey, this is true. Vince, right?
It gotta be.
I was gonna say bring back Arn.
That's crazy.
Could be Jericho.
That's
Oh.
true.
I'm interested.
Jericho's putting together the band.
Yeah.
I can
Yes.
really see that, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
that he would thrive in that role.
Yeah.
He'd be spectacular.
Yeah.
He'd walk around with
Surprise.
shoes and his butt moving, and you'd be like, "What the fuck?" And then he'd like bark something out, and the guys would realize he'd saved their skin at the last possible moment. They were so naive.
The problem is if Jericho did this, he would make the band, and then at the end of it, he would make himself the frontman of that same band.
And you know what? I'm looking at these wrestlers and thinking he should probably go ahead and just do that.
I feel like the prize of this season is that you get to open for Fozzy, but like, yeah, the odds are Jericho's coming out during their opening set too.
No.
All right. Question from Tim for all. If you could do any talent swap between any promotions that are realistic, like same rank in the company, what would you do?
That's a good question.
FTR for Motor City Machine Guns.
Takeshita and Potter.
Yeah, Takeshita and Shota Umino was a really good one.
I take that.
I would not. I would run to the podium and be
Takeshita
like, what are we
versus-
doing?
Takeshita versus Shota Umino is not a fair trade at all. Takeshita's a 5-time world champion, and Shota Umino's never done anything in his whole career.
But he always looks so sweet.
Well, there is that. Like,
I don't think you're considering how sweet he is.
What do they call them? It's not the ephemerals, but like you know what I mean? No.
The
A fair trade
non-tangible?
would be
The
like
not- yeah, the intangibles. The intangibles.
Takeshita for like Sonata. That'd be like a fair trade.
I would take that too.
I would take that one.
I would take that too.
I would,
Yeah.
I would
Nope.
absolutely hang the phone up on keeping this song sound. Stop playing with me.
Here!
Big James.
Showed up.
Oh my God! Look who made it.
You're on mute.
The best sentence ever.
You're still muted.
He says I don't want to.
I'm sorry. Okay, so when normally I mute virtual or sorry, manually. Sorry. So what's going on, y'all?
Well, we've been going for an hour and 40 minutes, so
Look, I have have an excuse. I have a good explanation, right?
Okay.
So I'm leaving the gym, and one of the trainers that's a good friend that knows I'm a wrestling freak said that she because of me, watched the Vince McMahon documentary, watched 5 of the 6 episodes.
Oh.
And it was interesting because, like, we know all the terrible things. We know more of the terrible things. But she didn't know. And she kept telling me, this happened. I was like, yeah, I lived through it. like she said, she had chills when she heard about the one thing. I was like, yeah. And I explained to her even further, like the carabiner thing. And she was like, really? Yes. I was like, I haven't watched it yet. Have they mentioned the part where he covered up a murder? And she was like, what?
No. They did already. It's just they glossed over it.
Okay.
Like quickly.
Okay. And I was like, did they mention the part where like he ended up in a situation with the like the masseuse in like 06? She was like,
Nope.
what?
Not yet.
Right. And I was like, so that happened. And then Marcus called me. And Marcus was like, hey, after you get out the gym, can you help me with some furniture or whatever else? So like I had to load furniture also. So like end up going way long. You know me, like I'm, as you can tell by me coming to this conversation with 9 other people, like I'm long-winded. So like I can't just wrap shit up. So like, yeah, sorry. So yeah, sorry. I'm here now.
All right, so y'all trying to make
next question. What other podcasts do you listen to non-wrestling?
Alex Shapiro. No, I'm just playing.
I don't even know who that is. So
I think he's like a right-wing guy or something.
I think you already know.
I listen to Talk is Jericho.
Non-wrestling.
I listen to Talk is Jericho when he has the conspiracy people on.
Of course.
I listen to a number of horror movie recap podcasts. So I listen to Ruined, and I listen to
Too Scary Didn't Watch.
Too Scary Didn't Watch. Too Scary Didn't Watch.
Yeah.
I know them. They were on the King.
Oh, really?
Cast. Yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
They're fun. Yeah.
There's a girl. She's not a fan of horror films, but her friend makes her watch stuff.
No, she just describes it to her.
Describes it to her. That's right.
There's 3 of them. Yeah, they're great, and they have a number of great, like Paul F. Tompkins has guested on that like quite a few times actually, and he's very funny. So I like that.
Yeah,
one.
Jamel Bowie was on one that I listened to the other day, which was fun. Yeah. I listened to If Books Could Kill, which is really good, like Pop Culture Happy Hour.
Jamel Bowie was on the horror movie thing.
Yeah, and Too Scary Didn't Watch. They recapped like a John Carpenter movie. Yeah, it was really good. He was fun. I mean, he loves that stuff, so yeah.
He's a great writer.
He's really good, yeah.
Right Time with Bomani Jones.
The Low Post from Zach Lowe.
Joe Bud Podcast at times.
At times, got to keep that far away. They're hoteps over there. But so most of I listen to is like either pro wrestling or sports or politics. So it'll be stuff like the Cover 3 podcast, which is basically like smart people covering like kind of like what One Nation Radio kind of is, or what the Observer Radio kind of is for college football, right? So I have that. What are you listening to, Jeremy? What kind of podcast you listen to?
I mean, I majority listen to all wrestling podcasts. The one non-wrestling one I have, Do This, Not That. It's a marketing podcast. My boy Jay Schweldenson from Guru Media Hub. So that's pretty much it. Besides that, I'm just loaded with all wrestling podcasts.
I listen to Crime Junkie. I listen to...
What else you listen to?
The King Cast.
What else you listen to?
James is making a joke because I used to listen to Joe Rogan. I actually don't listen to Joe Rogan right
now. No, I need to say it a little clearer.
Yeah.
Joe who?
Who else do I listen to? Those are the main ones. How to Money.
I like this. This is a good suggestion.
Yeah.
Next question from Corey. Should the conglomeration just quietly acquire members until it's suddenly 90% of the roster and they're confused they have to fight?
That's how they bring. That's how they bring peace to the land and ruin the promotion. That no more fights.
You know what that kind of reminds me of? That's like
what the NWO did.
I was gonna say.
Damn it.
That reminds me of like Hulk Hogan just going up to every person and telling them they're the leader of the NWO.
Oh my God! You know when you want to Horace, you're the leader. Vincent, you're the leader. All right,
bro. I hate that I have to hate Hulk Hogan, bro. He's the fucking best, bro.
I was watching the Vince McMahon documentary, and like there were so many things that when they were covering the NWO, I was like, Hulk Hogan was an incredible performer at that period of time, like, in his career. But yeah, he's a scumbag.
Yep.
Tim said we should go back and have James answer every question he made.
James, who do you think in wrestling would make a good star of a rom-com?
Good star of a rom-com?
Yeah.
I mean, oh man, that's a good one. I'm gonna go with. You said star or can I pick a role for them?
Any role.
Any role.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Ruby Soho in the Judy Greer role.
Nice.
In the relatable friend that's a smartass.
Yeah.
I
100%.
could see
Yes.
that.
Okay. So Trish, Sarah, Leah, Annie. I said Annie. I'm sorry. Ann. Allie. Okay. Floyd knows this. The guys know this. Huge rom-com fan. Huge.
Nice.
Okay.
Love to hear it.
You're coming back for a special rom-com app.
Yeah, we're gonna cast a full rom-com.
Yeah, you should have told us that before you guessed it. We would have had that prepared.
We had a party at my condo one time when they brought back what is that show?
I don't know.
A rom-com?
No.
Yeah, Sex in the City, right? Or the new version.
Yeah, they did the Sex in the City revival, and my girlfriend likes Sex in the City, so James does too. So we came over, we drank Cosmos. At the end,
no. Do the part where you tell Megan that James watching, and Megan's like, "What? James likes this?"
James, and then I would open it up to everyone too. What is your favorite rom-com?
Ooh.
Just go with it.
Just go with. I don't think I've seen that one.
It's amazing. It's all right. So it is Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston, I believe.
Oh my god!
Oh, I have seen that one. I like that one. Yeah, I had a good time watching.
I love that one.
So I think When Harry Met Sally's the best rom-com of all time, but my favorite is oh man, it's with Ryan Reynolds, the freaking one where he's
The Proposal.
No, it's a comedy.
Definitely maybe.
Huh?
Definitely maybe with Isla Fisher.
No, it's
in Rachel's Vice.
They did so many.
Deadpool?
I can't remember what it. I'll have to look.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Just Friends.
It's Just Friends.
Just
I love
yeah. I know. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think Proposal is one of my favorites.
The Proposal is funny.
I like What's Your Number? That was a good one.
What's Your Number was good. I liked that one.
I don't even know what that is.
That's Chris
Evans and
Anna Faris.
Yes.
No,
Okay.
she divorced him, didn't she?
Oh yeah,
Just-
they're now.
Yeah, great. Good for her.
Is The Wedding Singer actually funny, or did you just like it as a teenager?
It's
Adam
great.
Sandler, Drew Barrymore.
It's funny. It's good.
It's
I like
funny.
it. Yeah.
And it is a rom-com. They don't actually have to be funny. People are getting away with every day with not making them funny. Oh, the Cutting Edge reference in the chat.
Cutting
yes.
Edge, yeah.
True classic.
We watched that pretty recently
we watched that
together.
Did you guys see No Hard Feelings?
Oh, I don't think so. I saw that
Oh,
one.
that is so fucking funny. If you guys haven't seen No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence, you have to
that's
see
the-
that.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
Is it when she has the younger guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
funny.
shit is good. That's a really
Okay,
good
I'll
movie.
watch that. I'll watch that.
I saw when that was the commercials for it was coming. I was like, she's doing these movies now.
I thought the same thing. I was like,
she's great.
Well, this is who we are now. Like,
I like Never Been Kissed, but it's really problematic.
We watched.
It is,
we
but it's
we watched
good.
that
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah,
James,
I like
did you
it
answer
too.
your favorite one?
I don't. I have too many. I'm just gonna go with the one that like I constantly go to. Is like a comfort watch. A lot like Love with Amanda Peet and Ashton Kutcher. So like basically they meet up on a plane. Like they meet on a plane ride, and they basically he's caught looking at her. They and he sees her, and she sees him looking, and then like she grabs him and throws him, and they basically have Mile High Club sex in the bathroom. So
Nice.
then after the fact, like he's trying to get to know her, she's like basically like, I want nothing to do with you. And then like over time in the little trip from LA to New York, they have this nice little fling thing, and it's over, and that's the end of it. And he wants to continue, she doesn't want to. She's like every time she wants to like, hey, let's match numbers, blah blah blah. Let's try to continue this. It's don't, you'll ruin it. So years go by. She's in a bad point in her life. She calls him for a New Year's Eve party because she's got broke up with her live-in boyfriend, and like they meet back up, and like he's kind of got his starting getting his stuff together. She's like, "Wow, you're so different. Like maybe we should have, actually really continue this." Problem is, he literally is moving the next day to San Francisco from LA. So then I'm long with it. Sorry. So then, so that's the next goodbye. So he ends up starting a business. He's in a new relationship. The new relationship doesn't work out. So he goes to see her, and like he's the whole time he's just heartbroken, and like she's trying to like, this is the one that got away. I'm trying to now make it work. So she realized that like he's just too messed up, and he's still onto this girl, so it's not wrong timing. So they meet another time where it's like, all right, now he wants her. She's actually engaged. Then at the end of it, she is breaking up her engagement and then like coming to his house to find him, only to find out that like there's a wedding going on at the house, and she thinks it's his wedding, but it's his sister's.
Oh,
and she chases out at the end. So it's like all this, right place, wrong time, right situation, wrong situation, and it's like it's just really cute. Their interactions, and like I think Amanda Peet's great. So like that's a real comfort one for me where I watch it every so often. And also like I didn't give you the whole thing. I gave you probably 75% of it. But like, I really enjoyed it. Sorry.
That like on off again, or like it's always the wrong time. I don't think it's actually an especially good rom-com, but one of my comfort watches is Serendipity with John Cusack and Kate Beckinsale, I want to say.
Okay.
And it's a similar thing where it's like, oh, it's always it's actually not that similar, but it feels that way to me.
Lisa Frankenstein was really cute, and that was sort of a rom-com.
Maybe we need a rom-com podcast on the Social Suplex Network.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, it looks like we got a question about the Discord.
Yeah, Kazanita, right. If you could ban someone from the Discord, who would it be and why? LOL, is it Doc?
Ban.
Before you guys answer, I just want to say
have the ability to ban people.
there was somebody banned from the Discord, and I wish they'd come back.
And we can't get into all that.
But it says seriously though, what do you want to see happening in wrestling until the end of the year?
I've had enough wrestling this year. They can do what they want.
Yeah. That attitude.
After
tell you what
the
I would
years
like.
for them.
I want Zack Sabre Jr. to beat Naito, and then I want Naito to go away. How about that?
This is bully. I think this is
bullying.
bullying.
yeah, bullying.
that Zach Porter is in an unfortunate situation given what's happened to his house with the flooding, and now the biggest Naito fan we know, you saying bury him underneath the ocean. Oh man,
Time waits for no man.
oh man, that's nasty.
Let's see more rom-com. What rom-com is Kenny and Coda most likely?
Oof.
Bill and Ted's.
Most people don't think of that as a rom com, but I'm with you. Yeah,
I agree. 100%. Could they be what were the two that came out? No, never mind.
Which wrestlers would you cast in Mamma Mia? And yes, they have to sing.
I just saw
Never seen it.
Oh,
Never seen Mamma Mia?
Never seen it either.
Oh,
Yeah,
you gotta get into it,
Guys. We're gonna have a movie night.
I also like musicals too. So yes, I understand if it's a big gaff that I have or a thing that I haven't seen it. Yes, I know.
I feel like
I was
Christian, Jericho, and Copeland.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Attitude Era.
those are.
So all Canadians.
She was conceived in Canada.
It works.
Is Lance Storm gonna be part of this?
I was like, wait a second. Okay.
We just move it to a little island off the Canadian coast. I think that wouldn't change anything else.
They're going to Nova Scotia.
There you go.
All right, for Tunnel Talk, because I know they know the movie, but also everyone else, how would the best friends do in Midsummer?
Dude,
Midsommar?
they are out of their minute one. There is they are not ending up in that situation.
No.
Dustin, absolutely not. It's like the second it seems like he might have to bestir himself a little, or someone says something slightly odd, he's just like, I don't have to do this. I can choose to leave.
Or hit the big bricks king.
Yes. Yeah.
I think what would happen with the best friends is that they would agree to go on the trip. They'd be on the trip, and when they're told by Helig that they're going to not go to Amsterdam, then they're like, fuck that, we're going to Amsterdam, and then they would just never make it. They would just never make it to his compound. They would just spend the rest of their time in Eastern Europe, doing crazy shit.
So I just
Turns
set up
into Harold and
watching a
Kumar.
rom-com later. Can I get a suggestion tonight for a rom-com?
For rom-com?
you? What did you say? Oh, you said your favorite was
Just Go With It.
Just Go With It.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Rich likes trash.
Keep that in mind. I love trash.
I feel like you can't go wrong with 51st Date. No, not 51st Dates. That's
51st Dates is good.
Yeah,
that one or
Thank
What's
you.
Your Number? Those are both. I recommend it. I can't tell.
yeah. If
Sounds
you want a
good.
good
With my
one,
choice.
Nora Ephron is.
Yeah,
your
you gotta
ticket.
go. You've got
You've
mail.
Got Mail.
When Harry
What's
Met
Your Number is
Sally.
called?
Yes.
Yeah, What's
Look
Your
at
Number
Harry
is
Met Sally's
fun.
good. I mean, if we're being honest, almost every Adam Sandler movie is just basically a rom-com at its core.
Fully a rom-com. That man
Yes.
wants his characters to get married and have babies immediately. Every movie.
All right, y'all. Well, we're hitting that 2-hour mark. And now we're different time zones for different people. So I think we should go ahead and wrap the show up here.
Buy our
Quick
shirts.
show.
Buy our
I'm drinking
shirts.
coffee just to stay up.
Buy our hats.
Trish too.
Get your merch. Get your
Yeah.
merch. Get your merch. Get your merch.
Get your merch.
So yeah, thanks everybody for joining the chat, joining our special live stream. Hopefully we'll do more of these in the future. So everybody have a good night, and we'll see you in the Discord.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
everybody.
Peace, y'all.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
There you go.